like, you know, I've been on T for a while. I just happen to be lucky the way I started. Like, I started at UNF, and I was able to get a letter. But then now UNF won't treat anybody, so Dean is having a rough time starting, and that is part of the problem.
Yeah, without a vehicle.
Yeah, and a vehicle, too. Like, I drive an hour and a half to Gainesville for my T, and then, you know, that's not really an option for Dean without a vehicle.
I ride a bike, so, I mean...
He rides a bike,
yeah,
so...
there's no way I'm getting to Gainesville.
So the problem is, really a big problem, is healthcare in the South. So in a city of 1 million people, we have to travel, or I have to travel an hour and a half, and he might end up, you know, traveling 2 hours to Orlando to get started. Which, you know, is better than nothing. Some guys have to drive 5 or 6 hours, but it's still like that time, money that, you know, you should be able in a city of 1 million to have one doctor that's trans friendly enough to give you testosterone. There is a doctor here, but he charges about $400 a session, and he's really only experienced with M to F, and he doesn't treat gay FTMs. He says they're not FTMs, and you have to be manly and just be the epitome of masculinity, and I think that's bullshit. So there is a trans doctor here, but no one goes to him. No FTMs at least, and that's just a real problem we face in a city of 1 million. We can't even get a single healthcare professional to treat us. And, like, Dean might get started at, like, a trans clinic, maybe starting at Jasmine.
Yeah, Jacksonville Area Sexual Minority Youth Network. It's in Riverside, area of Jacksonville.
And
yeah, it's for queer youth.
Yeah, that's awesome. What they do, they place LGBT youth and homeless, or homeless LGBT youth in foster care. They do social work that way for LGBT youth. They do AIDS stuff, AIDS awareness. They do all kinds of programs. They're just a really great organization. It's good that we have that in Jacksonville. But, like, hopefully they're starting that clinic so it didn't get started on T. Like, you know, it's hard to, like, be the one that's already transitioned and look back and be like, God, I wish you were where I was at, because I know how much it sucks to be in that boat and to not have it, because it's like your situation is so much more frustrating. Like, the UNF doctors just won't do it anymore. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I had it so easy, and then... You know, I don't
know, I deal with it well.
Yeah, no, you definitely do.
Because I know it'll come.
Yeah, no, and you know that, and you know that transition is a slow process.
Yeah,
I was
it's gonna
telling
take
this
time.
guy that's messaging me today, and he's like, I just want it to happen now. I was like, dude, transition, you gotta be patient, and it's slow, and you already look like you're on T anyways. I mean, look at sideburns, showing your sideburns. Yeah. Look, so he passes, like, most of the time, I would say, anyways. That's the
reason why it's okay.
So, yeah, I mean, he already looks male, is, like, hairy, you know, for someone born female body.
Yeah, lots of hair.
So... he probably is more comfortable with his body because of that and stuff. But it just sucks. It's like, why can't everyone just have it easier? Like, you just go down to the clinic and start T, you know? That's what I want for you. But, and I wish, like, it's like, oh, you know, like, oh, he just has to get top surgery. So, oh, cover it with insurance. But, you know, insurance is not that cool. And it's frustrating. And it's like, I just feel so fortunate to have what I have done. But at the same time, it makes me mad because bio guys don't have to be in debt to have their tits cut off. And,
yeah, really.
You know, they're not thankful for the bodies they have.
Like the guys that have, like, cancer or something.
Yeah, exactly. But just healthcare is a problem, and also when you go, like, I'm afraid to go to the doctor for a cold. Like when I was at UNF, like he can just go there and they're cool and they're, you know, pretty trans friendly at UNF doctors, and I went there when I was in school there. But like now I'm scared to go when I have a cold because it's like, what if they find out? What if they're uncool? What if they tell me off? What if they don't want to treat me? I'm afraid to be in a car accident and then find out of my lower half and just when they go to put the catheter in, then freak out and not want to treat me. You know. It's like all these things, like, if I were to die in the South, what would happen, you know?
Actually, I used to live with a lesbian couple, and one of them worked at the ER in Shands, and she told me how a trans guy got into some accident and showed up at the ER, and she, like, the whole time was watching after him to make sure everybody was treating him okay the whole time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. It was really cool.
Wow, so that's good to hear.
It's just that people were like,
there are cool people, and I've had to go to Gainesville, which is a small college town where the University of Florida is, for my hormone therapy, and I just go to that doctor now as my primary care physician. Like when I had mono, I saw him just because he's cool and he knows my deal. But also I went there for a gynecology appointment, and I'm actually looking into getting a histo with this doctor. But yeah, if you ever need a gynecologist, she goes with insurance, and she's trans cool, and she's like, oh, so many trans guys are coming to me. It's like, one finds out that you're cool, and we tell all the others, and then
where's this at?
In Gainesville. So she's just this awesome gyno, and she really understands us, and she's just very sweet. So that's good, you know, finding one doctor at a time. So yeah, like, you have anything else to add about healthcare, like your frustrations, like?
Well, yeah, I'm having a hard time, like, finding a doctor that I'm okay to go to. Like, I started going to the one on campus, and they're all right, but there's just a lot of things they can't help me with because they're on campus. And so I've avoided going to any, like, doctor outside of campus. And, like, there's, like, a lot of things I need to go to the doctor for right now that I'm just not going at all because I tried to get a hold of, you know, a friend and have him, like, send me the name of a trans-friendly doctor that's around the area, but he hasn't got hold of me yet. So like I just haven't been going to the doctor, and it's been like really frustrating. To have like things that I need to deal with that I'm not dealing with because
And it's hard to go to a doctor and have them treat you like you want to be treated.
Yeah.
But be trans, because I saw a doctor here that literally called me it. He was the first doctor I saw here for T, besides after the UNF doctors. He called. He goes, I have to go see him, and he goes, actually, I don't know what it is. And then he was just so uncool, but once he found out my name was going to be Charles, he thought that was cool, and he asked me why I use men's bathroom if I don't have a penis. He goes, doesn't that freak them out? I go, well, I don't exactly, when I'm using urinal, announce, this is fake, I don't have a penis.
Yeah, really, like how are they going to know? They're not going to look over, they're going to be afraid of looking gay.
Yeah, exactly, I've never had a guy look ever, so... He was just, I go, they don't look, and I go, and I don't announce it, like, I don't need to announce it. Even if I Pete sitting down there, I wouldn't be like, hey, I'm Pete sitting down because I have a vagina.
Yeah, really.
So, and he kind of got that. I was like, dude, and he wanted to know why I was getting my chest surgery. He's like, no, you need your hysterectomy first. And I was like, no, dude. I go, if I get my chest surgery, I can go swimming. I can, be in a locker room and blah, blah. And he was like, oh, I get it. But he was just so dumb. And then he just was like... just called me it and just would always make me feel bad and just was so untrans cool. It just sucked. And so that's...
rude.
Yeah, like... I was
Yeah.
like, whatever. But as I got more manly, he got more comfortable with me, as I changed more, which is stupid as hell, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's like, no, even if I did look like a lesbian, you could still treat me with respect. That does not matter. Like...
Yeah, totally.
Like just
do that with anybody.
Oh, yeah. Even if I was a lesbian, treat me with respect. But, in terms of surgeons in Florida, there's a lower surgeon down in Miami that I would not go to that I've heard just terrible things about. It's Dr. Reed in Miami. His results look good on Transster, but he does not use pain pills, after metoidioplasty, and he's just really bad with the aftercare, so I would not recommend him. But there's a really great chest surgeon in Sunrise, which is near Fort Lauderdale, that a lot of guys are going to, and he's actually done over 100 guys' chests, and his stuff looks great, so I would definitely recommend him. It's Dr. Charles Garamoni in Sunrise,
he brought him up
Florida.
a couple days ago. Get a loan or something and go.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like,
it'd be great.
Just get a little extra $7,000 because he's cheaper, and we'll go stay in a hotel, and I'll stay with you, and and it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, I guess that's it for training time today. That's healthcare in the South. So, all right, guys, we're gonna go chill out.
Yeah.
All right,
See you around.